Heads of state, business leaders, friends and family are converging on the Sandton Convention Centre. They're there to celebrate former President Thabo Mbeki's 80th birthday. ENCA anchor Dan Moyane and senior reporter Siphamandla Goge join us now live with more. Dan, Siphamandla, I'm sure there's an absolute glittering gathering happening at the Sandton Convention Centre this evening. Give us the latest.
Yes, good evening, Andy. You're coming to us here. I'm inside the venue here at the pavilion at the Sandton Convention Centre. As you can see, the tables are being set, the candles have been lit. They're getting ready to welcome the dignitaries. My colleague Siphamandla Goge is outside. We'll go to him in just a short while. Just want to give you and our viewers a sense of the setting inside this hall here at the Sandton Convention Centre to celebrate 80th birthday of Thabo Mbeki here tonight. The stage is set as well, by the way, and I'm just going to go to the stage now so you'll see that the bands have been here. The band is rehearsing, and judging by their song so far, it's going to be an African festival. And I do know that the former President Thabo Mbeki loved his jazz, loved his African jazz. In fact, the last time I saw him in this venue here at the Sandton Convention Centre was in 2019 when he attended one of the performances of the Standard Bank Joy of Jazz, when a group of local South African jazz artists were performing, and he got a standing ovation when he walked into the venue. He's a man who loves music, also classic music, I'm told, but there's going to be beautiful jazz music. But to tell us what's being prepared, I'm joined here by Tshepo Mngoma. Mr. Mngoma, good evening.
Good evening, Baba. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Very good. It is. I'm good. We've been preparing. It's been very good. As you said, it's going to be an African celebration. Indeed, we'll be taking music. We'll be playing music, basically, some of these favorites from Abdullah Ibrahim, Sibongile Khumalo, Zimngawana, Jonas Gwangwa. We'll be taking him down memory lane, basically, of all his favorite songs.
So the musicians who are with you here today, have you put them together, or are you guys always performing together? Just tell us a little bit about what you've managed to assemble for tonight's celebration.
So the musicians that are here tonight, we've put them together, all right? It's musicians that have played with all these artists that I've mentioned. So you have Fana Zulu on bass, who's played with almost all the jazz greats.
Maybe we can just take a walk in.
Yes, definitely.
The stage, yeah.
And then we've had Mpoko Disani on piano. We've got a beautiful string ensemble as well, a string orchestra of 30 piece on the brass. So, and these are the beautiful voices, Nokanya Tabini.
Let's listen to some of the voices.
Yes.
Okay, we don't want to reveal much about what's going to be happening tonight.
It's going to be a very power-packed night of music and celebration, definitely taking people from the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, up until currently today.
Can you share with our viewers on ENCA, if at all, there's been special request that the former President Thabo Mbeki has sort of made to say, or his team has come to you and whispered to say, you know what, guys, make sure that this one you include in the menu tonight?
Most definitely. There are quite a number. We want to keep it a secret until we reveal them. So, but it's songs definitely from Abdullah Ibrahim's, song definitely from Jonas Gwangwa. I know that definitely he loves them, definitely.
Yes, and in fact, Jonas Gwangwa, when he was in exile, he was part of the Amandla Cultural Ensemble of the ANC. I had the fortune of watching them live in Maputo in the 80s as well, and they performed beautifully. Who can forget that beautiful trombone?
Definitely. So, and we do have a trombone tonight that is going to be playing a tribute to him.
Okay, thank you very much, Mzugoma, and all the best. We can get a sense, Andy, as you can see, of what's on stage here being set with the ensemble that's been put together under the direction of Tshepo Mngoma, as he told us, and we also gave you a little bit of a sense of the voices that will be performing here, singing an old struggle song, Bahleli bonke etilungweni. They are all together in prison, and then they will sing the names of the struggle heroes and many of whom were leaders of Thabo Mbeki when he was young, and some of them were his peers. So that's the sense we are bringing you as the party is about to start at about 7 o'clock, Anli. And the program, we understand, is going to be very short and sweet in terms of the official speaking engagement. Not many speakers are going to be on stage, and they are all related with the Thabo Mbeki Foundation and his work of African Renaissance as well. There's an exhibit outside here, and that's where we also find my colleague Spamandla Goke. I'm going to hand you over to him now so he can tell us a little bit more about what is happening outside. We anticipate dignitaries should start to arriving any time now. The time was set in the invitation as 6:30 for 7 o'clock. Well, let's find out what's happening on the red carpet, so to speak, just outside here, the venues. Spamandla Goke, Mfokangome, over to you.
Indeed, in less than an hour we'll get this party started. Dignitaries are arriving. Some of them are already here. We are now awaiting the arrival of former President Thabo Mbeki, who is the birthday man in this case. Jokomane will show you outside here on the red carpet. Dignitaries have arrived. It's just a selected few guests that will be here, because we are told that former President Thabo Mbeki did not want a big celebration. So these are the people who are outside waiting to go inside. I've spotted a number of people who are here, including the former Statistician General Padile Hut. I'm going to try and hijack. I'm so sorry to hijack your conversation. Okay. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Sorry. How are you doing today? It's a milestone for former President Thabo Mbeki. This is the man you know very well. I can never hijack you about him. Talk to us about him and this milestone. 8 years. It is an achievement indeed.
Oh, well, 8 decades is not a child's play. And he still looks very young, and he needs another probably 2 other decades or 3 other decades to add to his feathers. He's a man who really defined what Africa should be like. If there's somebody who has given us a vision of what Africa is, it's him. Stating that he's an African born of different people, different tribes, diversity, he embraces that. One of the things I'll never forget about him is when I was presenting the results of the census to him just before he was going to launch them. And then we had this discussion around housing, formal housing, informal housing. So he says to me, Paddy, so that rendezvous that I was born in, which is still standing, is informal. Compared to your RDP houses, when you cough, the roof goes off, yeah, and you say this is formal. What is the definition of this formal, informal thing? Said, okay, Chief, let's go, and I launched the results. That, says a lot about his depth of understanding of development and how development can be managed. He's really been a great asset to the country, and we like it that he's still with us today, and we embrace and celebrate with him the 80th anniversary. Obviously, at this point in time, South Africa is in serious trouble.
Thank you very much. We'll talk about that, but today is a day for celebration. Thank you very much for your time. That is the former Statistician General Padile Hutla, who was talking to us about former President Thabo Mbeki. There are more dignitaries here. General Bantu Olomisa, I'm so sorry to disturb you, so sorry to hijack you. That is the leader of the UDM, General Bantu Olomisa, the man who knows Zizi very well. Today is not about political speeches. On a lighter moment, 80 years of existence, it's a milestone for Zizi. Talk to us about how you know him, but what does this mean to him and the rest of the country and the continent as a whole, because he's a Pan-Africanist.
We are talking about a person who has been occupying the crease for a long time. During his innings, we can confirm that he batted very well. I remember the first time I met him was in London. He was with O.R. Tambo when the ANC was still banned. But one thing which we should credit him for was the fact that he put the institutions in the country in place, Concord, Chapter 9 institutions, And he is still there to give direction to the country. And we say, Zizi, happy birthday, many more years to come, Mkhulwa.
Especially that guidance is needed in South Africa as the country is going through a lot of socio-economic challenges.
Well, he did well during his time. He baked the cake, but we seem to have finished that cake because we've turned out to be consumers more than baking the cake so that we can feed the rest. But he's 80 now. Let's see how the young people are going to do.
Thank you very much. Today is not about speeches. Thank you very much for time. General Bantu Olomisa will just take a walk down here to show you more dignitaries that are here. We are waiting for this party to get started. As you see, more and more people have arrived. I've spotted this gentleman who's here as well. His name is Mxolisi Tukwane. Sanibonani bantu abadala, ngiyaxolisa ukuniphazamisa. I remember very well you invited former President Mbeki to come and address ANC structures in the Free State, you being one of the interim provincial committee leaders in that province of the Free State of the ANC. Talk to us about former President Thabo Mbeki and his role of late in the efforts to renew and unite the ANC. He has come out to contribute again.
The former President Mbeki has been a presence in the ANC. He knows the ANC very well, and that is the reason why in the Free State we wanted people like him to come and help us rebuild the structures of the ANC and rebuild the movement to be the movement that he would have wanted it to be. And he has been helping us very much.
He lambasted the ANC in the Free State and your dysfunctional structures, saying some branches were dysfunctional. Moving forward, how are you going to ensure that you rebuild the party structures, something that he tasked you with?
We believe that the structures of the ANC were weakened deliberately, and it will need an intentional effort to make sure that we build these structures to be what they should be. And we are moving and marching forward in building these structures. We are engaging our structures. We're going all and making sure that our people, all the members of the ANC are registered.
We are not here for political speeches, but I cannot let you go without asking you this question. When is the provincial conference of the ANC in the Free State?
Tomorrow, on Monday, we will be adopting the roadmap that will take us to the conference, likely around about August, somewhere there.
You are also responsible for municipalities in the province. The Auditor General did not have kind words for your province and your department in the Free State. Your municipalities are dysfunctional. There is no accountability, all of them.
It's true. That is the state of affairs, an unfortunate situation that we find ourselves in. And we intend moving and correcting this situation. And we are going to ensure that all the issues that the Auditor General has raised are not ignored as they have been ignored in the past, and make sure that every municipality has a turnaround strategy.
Thank you very much for your time, Baba. That is Mxolisi Tukwane, one of the interim provincial committee leaders of the ANC in the Free State. This is the situation on the ground. We'll just take a walk outside the party venue. We await the arrival of former President Thabo Mbeki to have this party started, and then once he arrives, the program will not be very long. It will be very brief, only few speakers on the program, and all of them linked to the Thabo Mbeki Foundation, the Thabo Mbeki Presidential Library Project, and I'm told that they will not speak for more than 5 minutes. The entire program is anticipated to take at least a maximum of 15 minutes with speeches, and then after that, the former president will take to the podium. He has said that, listen, today is mainly about celebrations, so we don't expect him to speak for very long today.
Thank you so much, Sipamandla Gorge, coming to us there from the Sandton Convention Centre. We heard from him and from my colleague Dan Moyane as well. We're very fortunate to get a taste of exactly what's to come before the guests themselves have even seen inside the party venue and heard the voices that are going to be enchanting them tonight. We'll catch up with that 80th birthday party for former President Thabo Mbeki in a little bit. For now, we'll bring you some more news.